Welcome back to the Curious Minds, Knowledge in a Nutshell. I'm Jakob, and today we're exploring an invention that revolutionized global trade and transformed economies, the shipping container. This simple steel box is the backbone of globalization, enabling goods to move seamlessly across continents and oceans. It's the reason we have fresh produce from halfway around the world, affordable clothing, and the latest electronics. How did this humble container reshape the world? Let's dive into its history, economics, and monumental impact. Before shipping containers, global trade was an inefficient and expensive endeavor. At ports, dock workers manually loaded and unloaded cargo one item at a time, crates, barrels, and loose goods. This method, called break bulk shipping, was incredibly slow, with ships spending days or even weeks in port. The inefficiencies didn't end with time. Labor costs were high, theft was rampant, and fragile goods often arrived damaged. These challenges made international trade both costly and risky, limiting economic growth and the flow of goods across borders. In 1956, Malcolm McLean, an American trucking entrepreneur, introduced the world to the standardized shipping container. McLean saw inefficiencies in cargo transport and envisioned a box that could remain sealed as it moved seamlessly between trucks, trains, and ships. His innovation became a reality when the SS Ideal X carried 58 containers on its maiden voyage from Newark to Houston. The success of this trip proved that containerization could drastically reduce labor, theft, and damage while slashing costs. McLean didn't stop with the container itself. He developed specialized cranes and port facilities to make handling containers more efficient. This comprehensive system laid the foundation for modern global trade. The shipping container's true power lies in its standardization. In 1961, the International Organization for Standardization, ISO, established global dimensions for containers. Most are either 6.1 meters or 12.2 meters long, with standard widths and heights. This uniformity ensures containers can fit on any ship, truck, or train worldwide, creating a seamless transport system. The efficiency gains were enormous. Before containers, loading cargo onto a ship cost $5.86 per ton. With containerization, that figure plummeted to 0.16 per ton. Shipping times also decreased significantly, allowing goods to reach markets faster. By the 1970s, ports worldwide were adopting containerization, investing in specialized terminals and cranes. Shipping companies began constructing larger vessels to maximize efficiency. This shift transformed ports into highly productive hubs of economic activity. The shipping container didn't just improve logistics, it reshaped the global economy. By drastically lowering transport costs, it made international trade viable on an unprecedented scale. Today, over 90% of the world's goods are transported by sea, with shipping containers driving this vast network. Let's look at the numbers. There are approximately 20 million containers in circulation globally, making over 200 million trips annually. These containers carry everything from electronics and clothing to food and industrial machinery, fueling an interconnected global economy. Containerization allowed manufacturers to optimize production. Raw materials could be sourced in one country, assembled in another, and sold worldwide. Retailers benefited from lower costs, and consumers enjoyed affordable goods and greater variety. Shipping also became incredibly economical. For example, transporting a container from Shanghai to Rotterdam, a journey of over 10,000 kilometers, costs as little as $2,000, less than a plane ticket on the same route. This affordability made globalization accessible, enabling small businesses and large corporations alike to participate in global trade. The scale of container shipping today is staggering. The largest container ships, like the Everalot or MS Sigulson, can carry over 24,000 TEUs, 20-foot equivalent units. These ships are engineering marvels, measuring more than 400 meters in length, longer than 4 football fields. To put this into perspective, a single megaship can transport enough containers to supply goods for an entire city. Each container can hold about 25,000 kilograms of cargo, equivalent to 12 million bananas. or 50,000 pairs of sneakers. Operating these ships is expensive but highly efficient when considering economies of scale. A large container ship can move goods across oceans at a cost of less than 0.02 per kilogram, making it the most cost-effective mode of transport for bulk goods. Shipping containers travel along critical sea routes that connect global economies. The east-west route, linking Asia, Europe, and North America, is the busiest and most important, handling the majority of container traffic. The Suez Canal, a 193-kilometer waterway connecting the Mediterranean and Red Seas, is vital for global trade. Around 12% of the world's goods pass through it annually. Similarly, the Panama Canal, linking the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, plays a crucial role in shortening trade routes. Its expansion in 2016 allowed it to accommodate larger Neo-Panamax ships, further boosting capacity. Another critical route is the Straits of Malacca, which handles over 90,000 ships annually. Located between Malaysia and Indonesia, it's a key choke point for trade between Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. Shipping a container across the world is remarkably affordable. Transporting a 12.2-meter container from Asia to Europe costs around $1,500 to $2,000, depending on fuel prices and demand. Within regional routes, such as Asia-Pacific, costs can be even lower. Operating ports and handling containers adds additional costs. Ports charge fees for loading and unloading, with costs varying by location. For example, handling a single container in Rotterdam might cost around $300, while in less efficient ports, it could exceed $500. Despite these costs, container shipping remains the most economical way to transport goods, especially over long distances. Its efficiency has made products more accessible and affordable for consumers worldwide. The shipping container has revolutionized the way we live and consume. Without it, modern supply chains wouldn't exist, and goods like electronics, clothing, and fresh produce would be far more expensive. Developing countries have also benefited. Containerization allowed them to integrate into the global economy by exporting goods such as textiles, electronics, and agricultural products. Ports in these regions have become economic hubs, driving growth and creating jobs. The story of the shipping container is a testament to the power of innovation. A simple steel box, when paired with standardization and infrastructure, revolutionized global trade and connected continents. It demonstrates how small changes can have profound impacts, driving economic growth and shaping the modern world. From chaotic ports and labor-intensive shipping to seamless global trade, the shipping container is the unsung hero of modern commerce. It turned the idea of a global economy into reality, reshaping industries and lives worldwide. Next week, we'll explore another fascinating topic. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss it. Until then, I'm Jakub. This is The Curious Minds. Knowledge in a nutshell. Stay curious.